Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, Madam President.
Thank you very much, and welcome to President's News on Wednesday, the 8th of January. Starting a little bit early tonight on account of the snow, as I'm sure we don't want to be left snowed in at Norman Park. So, first time back in the clubhouse this year. It's lovely to be back. Last couple of weeks we've been out and about, so lovely to see everybody again. And we have not too bad a news tonight, actually. It's not too bad. Got just a little bit of club news, a few results to round up with you, a couple of park runs, because of course we had our New Year's Day and the regular Saturday event, and then what's coming up. So it's a busy time coming up, so hold back your ears. Okay, starting with our club news. It's never nice to start with bad news, but unfortunately we did receive the notice this week that sadly Trevor De La Hoy passed away just before Christmas. Trevor had been suffering with pancreatic cancer for quite a while. He had been a member of the club for over 23 years, busy on cross-country and a regular at mob matches, and obviously hadn't been too active in the last few years, but still managed to turn out marshalling and whatnot. So details of his funeral are on the 21st of January over at Elmer's End at 11 o'clock, and then afterwards at the New Inn in Hayes. We would ask that if you are able to attend, if you let Dave Appleton know, just so that his wife Sandy has an idea of numbers. That would be great. Okay, moving to our results. So the big event of the weekend was the Kent Cross Country Champs on Saturday up at Brands Hatch. It was cold, it was dry, not too windy, so all in all it was a very good day for Brands Hatch. Although it was pretty chilly, and certainly by the end of the afternoon it was getting really, really cold. But as cross-country school at Brands Hatch, it was a very good afternoon. And while the temperatures were low, the racing was certainly very hot, keeping everybody warm. So we had a total of 79 runners turning out on the day. And so even with a few injuries and illnesses calling up with a few call-offs, it was still quite high numbers, so that was good. We had such a good turnout. We came away with 4 county team wins. We had 3 individual county champions, 2 team silvers, 2 team bronze, along with 3 individual silvers and 2 individual bronze medals. So a very strong day all round. We had a super turnout of volunteers, I must say, first of all, because there had been a big call for helpers from across all the clubs. So delighted that so many of our members turned out. We had Steve Pearman covering the car parking, Steve Hollingdale and Mark Desborough, Andrew Laws, Mark Ellison and Maz Turner all helping out on marshalling points. So thank you so much to those who turned out. So starting with the results. So the day started off with the under 13 girls. We had 11 girls turn out and they took team bronze on the day. We had Ella Ray, Ariana Temmerman and Jasmine Stevens, part of the scoring team, finishing 8th, 9th and 10th. And they were supported by Eva John, Olivia King, Holly Afford Smith back from New Zealand, Alice Bunn, Leela Badisha, Freya Dembo, Isabella Jenkins and then Melody Lindsay making her club debut. So, under 13 boys. It was a super tight race in the under 13 boys, as it's been pretty much all season between Emery Aldridge and Guy Bowers from Paddock Woods. And this race didn't disappoint. Saturday lived up to its billing with yet another sprint finish between the two. This time they gave the result as a draw, first equal to both boys, which was probably the nicest result. But I noticed even Mark Hootway in his videos, he'll video the finish as you're coming in, but on this occasion for the boys, he turned to actually follow them across the line because it's been so tight in the last few weeks. So a good result from Emery there. We had also another equally tight finish from Harry Biraj and Zach Poulier. They were both initially given 6th equal on the day, and that was enough to give the boys team gold, which was a fantastic result. And they were backed up by Dexter Mean, Zach Evans, Billy Ferroa, Luca Hunston, Luke Eperon and Jessie Williams. So moving to the under 15 girls. So normally we have a huge squad of under 15 girls, but we only had 4 turn out on Saturday. But they still managed team silver, which was fantastic. We had Evie De Bruyne leading them home in 7th, with Alba Homans-Yao in 9th, Charlotte Stevens 15th and Aoife Stanley backing up in 19th. So a good result from a small team. So from one small team to a large team, our under 15 boys had 13 turn out on the day, which was fantastic, and they took team gold with a super individual silver for Cian Farrell, backed up with Daniel Horgan in 4th and James Shaw in 5th. but the boys were supported by Matty Caceres in 6th, James Bunn 11th, Johnny Lee 14th, new member Madalisto Valema Mwanza in 18th. Then we had Finn Gotkin, Ricardo, Alex, Jake, Matthew and Aaron Crossan completing that team. Under 17 women, unfortunately only 2 of our ladies were out running, and so no team score, but it was a very strong 16th from Eva Dembo, one of our first year under 17s. And unfortunately, Lily Bridgman didn't manage to finish, but it was a good turnout all the same. We had more success in the under 17 men. They turned out in good numbers on this occasion, taking team silver, but we had individual gold from Jed Starvis and individual bronze for Joseph Hill, with Nathan Clark completing the scoring team in 8th, then with Oliver Ward in 10th and Ben O'Grady and Ryan Afford-Smith in support. Our under 20 women were the team of the day, taking team gold and a clean sweep of the podium, 1st, 2nd and 3rd. So it was a 1st for Eliza Nicholson, 2nd for Hannah Clark and 3rd for Caris Firth in possibly the best pace race of the day. It was a fantastic one to watch. And they were supported by Megan Slattery and Isla Pearson, so very well done to our under 20 women. The under 20 men again had good numbers. They had 6 turning out on the day and they came away with team bronze. We had Alex Middleton first home in 6th, which I think is also his first club cross country this season. Mark Constable in 11th and Arthur Starvis in 12th, and they were supported by Harry Fage, Jasper Brooks and Thomas Sugden. So moving up to the seniors, it was a super strong performance from our senior women. They took team gold in both the 3 and 6 to score, and we had an individual silver from Naomi Kingston, who had a very strong run on the day. She was backed up with Chloe Sharp in 4th and Millie Smith in 5th. And then it was 10th for Morgan Squibb, Zoe White 22nd and Trang Nguyen 32nd to make the scoring 6th. And then Katie Sugden completing our lineup. Katie is one of our mums and was our only mum on the day. For the senior men, we had 15 men turn out, and it was 4th for the men in both the 6 to score and 12 to score. We were led home by Kevin Finney in 22nd, with Nick Clegg, David Adams, Tom Desborough, Ben Hackey and Finton Parkinson making the scoring 6. We had Greg Firth leading home the dad's race, with Philip Bunn in 2nd and Chris Fishlock in 3rd. We also had Luca Arcolani, Martin Richardson, Martin Parkinson, Ian Scott, Chris Martin and Barry Horgan all turning out. So all in all, a really good day. And I'm delighted to say, yep, it was a really good day. And 11 of our athletes have made automatic selection for the UK Intercounties up in Nottingham on the 8th of March. So well done to Emery, Cian Daniel James, Jed and Joseph, Eliza Hannah Caris, and Naomi and Chloe. So our next event was indoors, the New Year's Day indoors meet at Lee Valley. We had 8 members taking part. It was a bit of a struggle to get results for this, so I have just limited results. But I can share we had a PB for Tony Nduku, one of our under 20s, in the 60 metres of 7:33. Oscar Sadowski, our new under 17, ran close to his PB over 300 metres in 38:53. And Micah Salmon running a 38.3, also over 300. And we also had a strong run from Thomas Sugden in 52.14 over 400 metres. So the final result that I have, though, was from the Be Fit Today Track Academy Open Meet at Lee Valley. That was on the 5th of January, so on the Sunday. 6 of our runners were taking part. We had Annie Davis over 60 metre hurdles with a time of 8:49. Then we had Oliver Driscoll running a PB over the 60 metres of 7:22. He also ran exactly the same time in the second round, which I think is quite remarkable, so 2 times 7:22. Oliver was out again in the 200 and just off his PB in a 22:68. We had a huge PB over 300 metres from Marley Byfield, running 36:61. It's almost 3 seconds quicker than previous best. And also Maurizio Carudos over 300 metres, running a 36:29. And then the run of the day, if you like, goes to Kieran Gowan-Wade, one of our seniors, who ran a PB in round 1 of 6.7 over 60 metres, and then ran 6:62 in round 2, which is just 3/100ths of a second off Adam Jamili's club record of 6 metres indoors. So a very strong run from Kieran, and so well done to all of those running indoors. Now, Parkrun, as I said, it's a double header this week, as we had the New Year's Day event on the 1st and then the regular Saturday event on the 4th. So on New Year's Day, as I said during the news on the 1st of January, I don't get consolidated results from the New Year's Day or Christmas Day, so I only have the Bromley results or results that people have actually sent to me, so apologies if you're missed. But at Bromley we had 19 club members running on New Year's Day, and first home for the club and first overall was Kevin Finney in 1621. Second home was Harry Biraj, one of our under-13s, in 1828, and who had an age grading of 80%. And then third home from the club, another one of our juniors, was Achill Granathan in 2011. The ladies' first home from the club was Rowan Pearson, who happens to be here tonight, in a 23:11. She won't be happy that I've told you that time. Second home was Liz Bunn, one of our mums, and then third home from the club was Freya Pearson, also dragged out on New Year's Day, so apologies. So we had a couple of results from overseas. So Zacchaeus Kelman was running over at the Hagley Parkrun in Christchurch, New Zealand. He finished third on New Year's Day. And Katie Sugden, one of our mums, was second lady at Ipswich New Year's Day Parkrun. So those were the New Year's Day. And then moving to results from Saturday's Parkrun, we had just 45 runners taking part in 21 different locations. And the furthest from the Clubhouse award goes again to Zacchaeus, who was still running at Christchurch at Hagley in New Zealand, and this time he finished 10th overall, but in a new PB of 17:38, so well done to Zacchaeus for that one. In the Bromley Club Champs, first home for the club was Roger Bezic, who's also our first Vet 60 in 1825, gives him an age grading of 88.6%. Second home was Steve Evenden, I'm not sure if Steve's in tonight, in 1932, and third home was Harry Schmidt in 1945. First lady home for the club was Jessica Seller in a PB of 2023. Jessica was also third lady overall and was our only podium from Saturday. So that concludes our Parkrun news. Moving on to what's coming up. So this weekend it's quite a busy one. The 11th and 12th of January, it's the South of England Athletic Association Indoor Champs for our under-13s, under-15s and under-17s. And we've got 34 of our athletes taking part over at Lee Valley over the weekend, from 60 metres up to 800 metres. And in the field we've got all the jumps, shot put and pole vault. So looking forward to those results next week. The following weekend, the 18th of January, is the Kent Schools Cross Country Champs at Dartford. We've got quite a few of our runners running for various schools at that, so wish them all the best. And then the following weekend, on Saturday the 25th of January, in the morning it's the Southern Cross Country Champs over at Beckenham Place Park, and then in the evening it's our Burns night, so don't forget to get signed up for that. Well, I'm sure to have a wee dram and a little bit of haggis. So that's all our events coming up, but we have a couple of bonus ball winners who are, check they're in tonight, aren't they? Yeah, good. Okay, so let's see who's the earliest. So from the 14th of December, winning ball number 3 was Heath Griffin.
Make sure you get out.
You're welcome. There we go. Well done to Heath. And our second bonus ball winner from the 21st of December goes to Eponine Harland Appleton. So well done, David.
Thank you very much.
Okay, there you go. Okay. Is there anything else I've missed? No? Oh, Steve, yeah. I mentioned the Burns night.
Yeah. No, a couple of things from me. Just one thing on the Burns night. A couple of you asked me how much the tickets were. It's £32.50 for the 3 courses and a dram. We would like to know this week whether you're able to make it, because numbers are okay, but we need to get through the threshold. So another 5 or 10 people will allow us to go ahead. So please try and let me know this week. And then a number of you also have asked me about membership fees. If anybody else is struggling to pay their membership fees, which are due on the 1st of Jan, just contact myself or Paul Shaw and we can sort you out. Thank you.
Super. Thank you, Steve. Lovely. Okay, I think that's us. Thank you very much.